What's up, galera? Hoje eu estou aqui nos Estados Unidos, mais especificamente na cidade de Florence, no estado da Carolina do Sul. E eu tenho uma amiga muito especial aqui para apresentar para vocês, é a Mindy, que eu conheci em 2006, quando eu vim pela primeira vez aqui nos Estados Unidos. Ela foi até o aeroporto me buscar junto com outros amigos meus. E aí você pode ver nessa foto aí como que eu era nessa época. Eu ainda tinha bastante cabelo. E hoje ela se tornou uma professora de inglês para americanos. E eu pedi para ela, vamos gravar um vídeo, vamos falar sobre o que os americanos têm de dificuldade quando eles estão na escola. O que seus alunos apresentam de maior dificuldade. Okay, Mindy.
Hi.
Good to see you again.
Good to see you too.
Okay.
So glad to have you guys.
Thanks for having us. What level do you teach?
I teach secondary, so that's high school right before college.
Oh,
so
okay.
I teach 10th to 12th graders.
Okay. Em português seria o ensino médio, né? No Brasil seria nosso ensino médio. Então vamos lá? Let's go?
Okay.
Alright, Mindy. So, what is the most difficult thing for the Americans, your students, for example, about English?
Yes, which I know, you know that English is such a difficult language,
Yeah.
and even native speakers struggle. So some things for my students, I'm going to talk to you about a few pronunciation issues that my students have, even as English speakers, and then a few writing issues. So
We have the same issue.
Yes.
Nós também temos problemas com escritas no Brasil, right? Right. Okay.
So the first example is just a word that I think really encompasses everything about how difficult English can be. And the word is kernel.
Kernel.
You
okay.
pronounce it kernel, but it has no R in it. It is spelled C-O-L-O-N-E-L.
What does it mean?
That is a military rank.
Kernel.
But a lot of students see that word, there's no R, and so they call them colonels.
Oh, okay.
Which actually is not anywhere close to the actual pronunciation. So that by itself shows the difficulty in even our spelling with how we pronounce things sometimes. The second pronunciation issue would be for very young learners. So that is the CH sound, because the letters C and H together actually make three different sounds. So you've got CH makes the ch sound, ch. It also makes a sh sound, and then it makes a K sound.
Oh, okay.
So CH in some words makes the ch, which would be like the words chair, or chest. The SH would be in the words like chef, or the decoration chevron. This is all CH, but you see the different ch sound versus the sh sound. And then the last, the CH can also make a K sound, like a K. So, for example, the CH in character, or the word echo, or headache. So you see that just the CH for a person just learning English, like a young child, it's really hard to know what that CH sound is. Is it the ch, the sh, or the k sound? And then the last one is, we have an old rule that says that you can never end a sentence with a preposition. So prepositions might be like with or at. Now the old rule said you can never end a sentence with a preposition, and that isn't exactly true. But you don't ever want to end a sentence with the preposition at. For example, some...
Oh, really? I hear a lot of Americans say
yes.
at
the end
of the sentence.
Yes. So a lot of my students will come up to me and say, you know, where do I put the homework at? And it should really just be, where do I put the homework? You don't need that extra word at the end.
Oh, okay.
Or
where are you at? When
where are you at?
Yeah.
And it should really just be, where are you?
Oh, good. That was good.
So that's something that, you know, grown-ups and many English speakers you've even seen really struggle with ending sentences with at when it's not necessary.
Yeah, we don't sit yet at the end of the sentence when we are learning English as a second language.
Yes.
But when we come to America, we listen to people.
And you do it.
And they do that all the time, so...
And technically it's incorrect.
And I thought that both was correct. You just had to choose.
Now it's accepted in culture because people do it so frequently. But if you were to write it or go to a job interview and say it, that would be frowned upon. And I try to teach my students, you know, you just have to know how to speak in the situation you're in. If you're in a job interview, you have to speak appropriately. Versus if you're talking to your friends, it's not as important.
Okay. I would like to explain you what happens in Brazil with the preposition too.
Okay.
But it's going to be very difficult for you to understand that, so...
Yes, I would struggle.
Let's keep on.
Okay. So those are kind of the pronunciation, main issues. I mean, we could go for days, but those are some that a lot of Americans struggle with.
Ok, então o primeiro problema que os americanos têm, que ela listou aqui, é com a pronúncia. E agora ela vai falar um pouco sobre a escrita.
We're going to do a few writing, and I could have talked for days about this.
Oh, okay.
Because some of my students' writing is just horrible. But two of the key things that they really struggle with in writing is the words then versus then. And you'll notice there's just that one vowel spelling difference. T-H-E-N or T-H-A-N. So students really have to understand the definition of those two words if they're going to use them properly. Then means some time relationship, some sequence. Like, we went to dinner, then a movie. It shows a sequence. We did one thing, then we did this. Then shows a comparison. So that's T-H-A-N, so we would say he is much shorter than her.
Okay.
We're comparing their height. Okay.
The pronunciation is the same.
Well, it's slightly different, but we generally speak too fast, you don't notice. So that's why it's a major issue in writing, because students spell the wrong one. So then versus then is a really big struggle in students' writing.
And do you see it a lot
Yes.
in the homeworks or works they do at school?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
So that's something, that even if I'm teaching juniors, they'll be graduating soon, we have to go back to kind of this elementary, because if they do this on a job application or a college paper, it really affects how the professor sees them, because it's such a simple mistake.
All right.
And another, this one could be pronunciation or writing, is A and E, just like you asked about the then versus the then. And one example of that would be the words accept and accept.
Okay. Can you repeat that again?
Yes. With the A, it would be accept.
Accept. All right.
And with the E, it's accept.
Accept.
Very
with
good.
E. Okay.
Yes, and one way to keep this is that EX. It's like an ex-boyfriend. So accept with the A is a verb, and it's to receive something. Like, I accept the gift from you.
All right.
Or I accept your apology. I receive it. The E, accept, is generally a preposition, which means I'm not going to include that. We have, I brought everything except my camera. I can't include that. I didn't bring it. Does that make sense?
I will bring my camera always.
Yeah. So that one can be kind of complicated, but students write those interchangeably and they actually mean completely different things.
Oh, okay.
Which can be a problem.
Perfect. Okay. Accept.
Yes.
And accept.
Very good.
Yeah. Okay, Mandy. That was good. Thank you.
You're
Thank you for
welcome,
that.
of
Thank you
course.
for this
And
lesson.
You're welcome. There could be so many things we talk about, but these are just a few.
Alright. Ok, galera, essa então foi a Mindy explicando pra gente quais são os maiores problemas que os americanos encontram quando eles estão aprendendo inglês na escola, né? Eu espero que vocês tenham gostado. Se você gostou, deixa aquele joinha, deixa aquele like. Se você não é inscrito no canal, então você se inscreva aqui embaixo. E até a próxima. Tchau. Bye.
Bye.